Hey y'all, it is Andrea here at VW Family Farm. I realized we have some new people here. This is a garden tour actually through the HOA channel. So please go check them out. Check out all the other channels participating in this series, showing you their gardens throughout the summer. There's a playlist. Go head over to HOA, and I think there's a video out every Monday, which you guys are seeing this on Monday, that tells what all the videos are for that week. So go check them all out. But I wanted to introduce myself really quickly because we have some new people here. You may not know who we are. This may be your first video you're ever seeing from us. So I would first just like to say welcome. I am, like I said, I'm Andrea. My husband is Ben. You will see him a lot on our channel. This is a family channel. It's not my channel or Ben's channel. We do this together, just like everything else we do. We also have two teenagers you will see a lot. Lane and Emily, they're homeschooled. They work on this farm. They're here all the time. We could not do this without them. I can't stress that enough. They're hard workers. They pull their weight, and they could literally run this thing without us, but that's okay because sometimes we've needed them to. But today is a garden tour, so let's go get started. We here at VW Family Farm started on 5 acres several years ago. We've lived on this farm for 20 something years now. Ben and I have been married, but in 2012 Ben's health got to the point he had really bad eczema and just some problems that just wouldn't go away until it, through a series of events, led us to start raising our own food. We first started off buying farm-raised food from another farm, but we quickly saw we cannot afford this. We have to live on a budget, and we're gonna have to do this ourselves. That was one of the best decisions we have ever made for our family. It has just changed everything for us. It changed how we raised our kids. We pulled them out of school. They're here with us working. We've had so many years with the kids of memories that we wouldn't have had we not started raising food. It all started on 5 acres. We've quickly outgrew that, and now we are homesteading and farming on family land that is about 700 acres. Ben is part owner of that, and so but we've never done a whole lot with it. It was so overwhelming to 2 kids. But now we are starting to farm that, and we bought a huge herd of cows last year. So that is a really fast-forwarded version of our story. But it all started on this 5 acres. It all started actually with this garden, which has quickly turned into 3 gardens, and then 5 raised beds. And then quickly, I've got stuff planted and stuck everywhere I can find, and I'm always looking for more space. Our yard has turned into gardens and places for chicken tractors to move and all kinds of things like that. Food growing has taken over, and it's never been more wonderful. So let's get started. All right, let's start up here in the front. We just worked this up with some of our house tools a couple days ago, and I love the looks of it. You can see these onions. We've sprouted onions from seed, but we actually got these this year from Dixondale Farms. That is the top dog for onions, and it goes all the way down. And I'm sorry for the traffic. We live on a busy highway. Our farm is all that way, off the highway. We go for like a couple miles behind our house, so we can get away from all this. But when I'm filming right up here in the front garden, it's just loud. And it's always, if you watch our channel, you know, every day it's windy here at VW Family Farm. So I apologize, it's just windy here. So this is actually 3 rows of black beans. I actually got into growing black beans a couple years ago, just from a package of black beans, literally from Walmart, from the food section, from the dried bean section, and we have loved them. And I've quickly, I used to freeze them. I've started canning them, and then they are just really easy to pop open and warm up. Super healthy for you and filling, and I would recommend it if you haven't grown them. Give them a try. Next up here is cabbages. These are some little kind of punier looking ones. Under that row cover right there is some enormous cabbages, and that row cover is the best kept secret. It has greatly enhanced our ability here in the South to grow pest-free brassicas. Let's go down to the end. I've got some insect cover we can see through. And while we're walking over here, I've got 3 more rows of beans. This is just our big in-ground standard garden with things that I wanted in the ground. These are types of brown beans from Baker Creek, and then just some pinto beans again from the store. Okay, so you can see through it a little better down here, and you can see these Brussels sprouts. See that bug there? Can't get through, can ya? You can see these Brussels sprouts are really taking off. Now, I did get some aphids on these, but I treated with some organic bug spray. They are doing awesome. So we're actually doing a little trial there. That's why I've got 2 different nettings. That's the lighter weight row cover from Grower Solution. There's a link down below to them, and if you order from them and you use VWFF 10, you get 10% off. And then the insect cover is actually from agfabric.com. So we're actually doing a little trial there of those to, we're gonna give you an honest opinion of which company has the better product. So we will see. I will tell you this, that insect cover, I like it for a few reasons so far, and I'll tell you what they are. I can see through it, just like I just showed you the plants, and it just breathes so well. It doesn't blow, like it's a pretty windy day here. My row cover is blowing a bit. It has to get pretty violent to blow it off, but it has blown it off a couple times, and that insect netting just hardly moves at all. All right, one thing we've been growing this spring is mud. It has rained and rained and rained. Lots of mud. So this is our cattle panel fence. We've got tomatoes growing all along it. I'll take you up there and show you at the top. That's where the best looking ones are. And as we walk, I'm going to show you all this. Lots of shallots, lots of garlic. And then these rows off to the sides here, you can see row cover starts again on both sides. We've got broccoli and we've got cauliflower under those. Again, crops we were not able to grow before without heavily spraying them because cabbage moths are terrible here to lay eggs, which turn to worms. I see something under there. Looky, looky. Two of them. Did y'all see the size of that garlic? It is huge. We got our garlic from Baker Creek and Haas Tools. It's been amazing. We've been eating garlic scapes for a bit now. So delicious. So I'm pumped about, it's about time here in Arkansas to pull those shallots, and it won't be long after that to pull that garlic out and get it drying. Well, let's head over. We actually have another big garden up here up front. It's actually over, we have a sheep and goat pen here. We don't even actually have goats anymore, but we keep a couple sheep to have a couple lambs to harvest and to train our Australian Shepherd on herding. Sheep is a good thing to start them with. So we've got a sheep pen separating the 2 gardens. So let's head over this way. All right, this area is our prized potato area. There is a ton of potatoes in here. Yes, you can see there is some grass as well, but I guess I am letting the grass live so the potatoes keep growing. We have heavily mulched it. It's a different method we're doing this year. They are getting huge in here. So we actually have a bunch of different potato varieties growing, from purple potatoes to white to red to Yukon Golds and everything in between. I'm really excited about the varieties of potatoes. I just keep adding to this. I'm unable to buy straw right now, so I'm buying hay, which yes has a lot more seeds in it. Straw doesn't have near as many seeds, if any, and but we just got to do what we can. And if it sprouts a little grass, I guess I'm okay with it. It's choking back a whole lot more grass that would be growing. So right next to that on these tarps are sweet potatoes, and there's 2 rows of them. They're just getting established and they go all the way up there. Very long rows. You can see they are just now taking off. And we've got lots of varieties of sweet potatoes as well. We have the traditional ones that are like yams. Well, I'm gonna do the rest of my talking to you from here. Might even go further because I just got chased out of there by a honeybee. You can see we have a bunch, where are they? Right there. A bunch of beehives over there. Ben is a beekeeper as well. And swarm season has been crazy this year. Lots of swarms, but they're feeling territorial today. Some days I can come over here and work and do whatever I want and never be bothered. And some days, just like that, I just walked in there and got chased out. So like I was saying, we are growing lots of varieties of sweet potatoes as well. Purples, whites, and traditional, the orange ones. This is also our beginnings of our fruit orchard. We have trees up in here from Stark Brothers. We have a lot of trees we planted just from a local nursery all throughout there. Cherry, plum, apple, pear, peach, all kinds of stuff, as well as we have a blackberry patch over here that got out of control for weeds. We have a tendency to do that sometimes. And on some advice of some friends that are blackberry farmers, mowed it all down last year. Thanks, Farm Alarm. And they said just start over, get better prepared this next time to get ahead of the weeds. So that's what we've done. So we probably will not get any blackberries this year, but that's okay. I'm more interested in getting my patch under control for years to come. So we cannot have a garden tour without showing the greenhouse. This is Ben's pride and joy. It's run by aquaponics. I believe that's the right word. There's aquaponics and hydroponics. One involves fish, which ours does back in that big tank. It's full of tilapia. This is where he grows my salad greens all year round, along with lots of experimental things. Let me just show you around. Grapevine being fertilized. All right, finally, let's go check out the back garden. That is where we are the most, I like to say, technologically advanced. And sorry about the farm dog in the background. She loves to be up in the middle of everything I'm doing. And I have her put up right now so I can film for you guys, but she's not happy about it. This right here is my pride and joy. Just like Ben loves that greenhouse, I have worked and slaved on this garden, as well as Ben and the kids. This is our Back to Eden style garden. This garden is amended and the soil is fed just like you do in the Back to Eden style, but then we cover it up with this excellent woven ground cover. And we've planted, you can see in between the rows, I couldn't bring myself to poke holes or burn holes in this year. I'm sure I will get there, but it's my first year with this big of an investment in the fabric as well as the time to put it down. I just couldn't start putting holes in it yet. This garden is just getting going. You will see drastic changes before next month. You can see down through there, the tomatoes are on the small side. They're very tall, which is due to a cool spring we've had. They're growing up and kind of leggy and not as big around. They actually are setting fruit though. And then we've got 3 rows of green beans, my favorite varieties, which are Contender and Romas. We've got a huge selection of peppers. I will be showing you the peppers as the season goes on because I plan to make my own chili powder as well as paprika powder from these peppers I'm growing. We're growing Nata Pino from Baker Creek, which was a huge success last year, as well as a whole bunch of other varieties. All of our seeds came from Haas Tools and Baker Creek. That is our favorite seed suppliers. So then these last few rows, we have an entire row of okra and 3 rows of sweet corn, as well as melons and squashes interspersed throughout here, which I will be sharing the varieties with you as they grow. Also in these gardens back here is my big push and effort to companion plant. Planting flowers almost in every row to help with pest control and just all the different things, as well as for beauty. Sunflowers, zinnias, marigolds, all kinds of stuff, calendula, just all the things that have uses as well as help the other things growing in your garden. So that's what's growing here at our farm. I hope your gardens are growing. I hope that by next month when you visit with us that we will have lots of produce coming off. Really excited to show that to you guys. Thanks for stopping by the homestead, and we will see you guys next time. Check out some of our other videos. We do lots of things other than garden here at VW Family Farm. We'd love to have you stick around and be part of our YouTube family. You are welcome here, and we appreciate every one of you. Thanks for watching. God bless. Whoop. Well, I'm going to do the rest of my talking to you from here. Might even go further because I just got chased out of there by a honeybee.